CARE's Vice President of Humanitarian Affairs, Deepmala Mahla, to talk more about this. Deepmala, thank you so much for joining us on this. Appreciate it. You have said earlier today that so many Moroccans were already struggling under the pressure in that country. Now, after this catastrophic earthquake, hundreds of thousands of people in that country have lost everything. Give me a sense of what people are dealing with right now.
It is an absolutely devastating and saddening situation, and people are, let's say, dealing with a lot, which includes physical damage, emotional damage, and psychological damage as well. Hundreds and thousands have been sleeping out in the open. We have been hearing from our colleagues, teams, and partners. People are scared to go back inside. The humanitarian needs at the moment are huge. And let's say the rescue operations, which we just heard about, they are hampered by the damaged roads and bridges. And as we know, the high Atlas Mountains are not an easy access even on the best of days. So the mountain, some of the towns which are in the mountain areas, which are very heavily impacted, are very difficult to access. So as the search and rescue operations are proceeding, the humanitarian action in Morocco is really well coordinated by the local authorities, and various NGOs are coordinating to respond to the immediate needs of people, and especially vulnerable groups and women and girls.
You have helped with earthquake responses in places like India, Indonesia as well, Deepmala, which are also in certain instances more rural. When you think about the epicenter of this quake, as you just mentioned, some of which the areas are harder to access, what is the plan to reach the people in need there that need help?
Absolutely. So first of all, the buildings which were near the epicenter, they were not built. They were not built to withstand shaking of this level. And then many of the roads are filled with boulders and rubbles, and it becomes difficult. So right now, we essentially need all hands on deck so that we can support CARE Morocco and so many other NGOs and the medical facilities. We have to work parallelly on multiple fronts, as we have learned from various earthquake responses, search and rescue operations, and helping people with immediate needs, which include hot cooked meals, safe drinking water, emergency shelter, medical needs, hygiene capacity, especially helping women and girls, and a lot of psychosocial support. But let's say this is the immediate. Another thing which I have learned from our engagement in various earthquakes across, recent one being in Turkey and in other parts of the world, there is a lot of attention, love, and solidarity in the first few days. And then the attention somehow starts tapering off. But it is really important to remember, when the headlines fade, the needs of the people have not been served fully. So we need to continue supporting not only the immediate, but also early recovery, helping people to rebuild their lives, because many have lost everything, and some of them even their emotional strength and confidence.
Such an important point there, Deepmala, and we thank you for sharing that with us. Just quickly here, as we've watched earthquakes unfold, like you said, in Turkey, in Iran, some of these countries don't necessarily have the resources, the machinery they need, right, to dig out and rebuild. Does Morocco have those resources right now? Are they getting what they need?
The authorities in Morocco are really taking lead in coordinating the response, and we are constantly talking to CARE Morocco. This is what we hear, that they are coordinating the response. Other NGOs are coming up. A lot of solidarity from the world has flown in, and support has been committed. So I want to believe that Morocco will have all that it takes to withstand this terrible tragedy and help people come back to their feet as soon as possible. But to make it happen, we have to ensure our interest does not die off and taper quickly. This will take some time to rebuild.
Deepmala Mahla, thank you so much, and for the work that you continue to do. Appreciate it. All right, the